Premium streaming services, they're everywhere, whether it be on your TV, on your laptop, on your tablet, on your phone, which gives you the option of watching almost anywhere, whether that be chilling on your bed, sat on a sofa in front of your TV, or sat on a sofa with your tablet or laptop because your kids are hogging the TV to watch their own content on their own streaming services. But which streaming service is worth your hard-earned cash now that password sharing is kind of a thing? Thanks, Netflix. Here's a rundown of the top 7 services that are available in the UK. Number 7, right at the bottom of my list, we have Shudder. Now, it's an okay service, but to pay a premium price for a service that offers just one genre of film, and to be honest, a lot of the films are pretty low-grade quality. I do like some of their exclusive documentaries. I find those quite interesting. And they also have a nice range of podcasts that are available on there. But for the money, it's not something that's worth it to me. I don't think it offers up enough content, so bottom of the pile. Next up, at number 6, we have Paramount Plus. It's still a relatively new service in the UK, but I do have it myself. Picked it up on a deal for Black Friday. I think it works out to about £55 for the year, which didn't seem too bad. Picked it up mainly because of my kids. A lot of the content on Paramount Plus has the Nickelodeon shows, and there was a lot of shows that my kids enjoyed, and they do have a good range for the children on there. Adult content, so-so, not so much. They do have a decent range of movies. You've got the Transformers movies, the Mission Impossible movies, a nice range of other things, but there just aren't enough that aren't available on other services. They do have a few exclusives coming out now, but a lot of their content can still be found on other services at the moment. So I think over time it will get better, but at the moment everything's just a little bit thin on the ground for the money. If you can find a deal, maybe worth picking up, but as it is at the moment, it's extremely limited, and it's a service that we don't use that often anymore, apart from the kids with Paw Patrol and Rusty Rivets and crap like that. Number 5, we have Sky sister company Now, which was previously known as Now TV. Very expensive service, really, for what it is. They don't offer all the content under one banner, which starts making it expensive before you've even started. They have the entertainment pack for the TV shows, they have a cinema pack for the movies, and it doesn't come in full HD straight off the bat. You have to pay extra for that. With the entertainment pack, you have to pay extra if you don't want any adverts. It all sort of mounts up. Once you add it all up and you've got HD streaming service, it's getting towards 20 quid a month, which for what content they have, again, it's not worth it. They actually lost a lot of their content to some of the streaming services that are set up. A lot went to Disney, some have gone across to Paramount, most recently Yellow Jackets, that's no longer with Now TV, or the new series is on Paramount, while the old one still sits on Now. Yeah, I think Now and Sky are quite behind the times. The app feels very clunky, but there's just not a lot that's keeping me want to keep hold of Now TV. If it wasn't for my addiction to certain procedural shows like the Chicago series or The Rookie, then Now TV would be in the bin. So not really recommended unless there's specifically something that you're looking at. I probably wouldn't bother with Now TV. Number 4. I've been going back and forth on number 4 a little bit. I think I'm going to plonk Amazon Prime straight in at number 4. Some decent content on there. They have some quality exclusive shows. I mean, I love The Boys. Jack Ryan's also very good. They have the big budget Lord of the Rings show, which I've not actually tried watching yet, but may do one day. The issue that I have with Prime is, again, the content seems pretty slow to be added. But the biggest thing, the app, it's terrible. It's so confusing, the app on Amazon. They have movies that are included in Prime, movies that you have to pay to rent. They have movies that are free with adverts. They have sports mixed in there. It's just an absolute headache of an app that they use. The app's confusing. The app's very busy. I wish that some of these streaming services would have an option to block certain content. For example, I'm not interested in sport, so I would prefer it if I could just click a button and not have any sport displayed at all on my Amazon app. It does have some good movies on there. It just added Creed 3, which is a very new title. I tend to find that with Amazon, every month or two, they'll have a real new, decent quality film. I think it's still one of the only places that you can see everything everywhere all at once, which is pretty amazing. You can't even pick it up physically in the UK. It has to be digital, so it's either purchasing on iTunes or you can watch it through with your Prime membership. Decent service. I wish they'd tidy up that app, but also with Amazon, you do have the benefit of the free next day delivery, which kind of sells it for me and keeps me on as a subscriber. And I love watching The Boys as well, and I'm waiting for their spin-off show coming on, which should be quite soon. I think I've seen a teaser poster for Gen V. So it says coming soon, but I don't know when. We'll see. Number 3 is Apple TV Plus. Admittedly, I've had Apple TV Plus for quite a while because I've been using free trials or getting free service through my phone contract, but I've had it for quite a while. And it's one of the services that I think offers up some of the best exclusive quality content. It's the service that I've found the best hit rate for good quality TV shows. Generally, the shows that I've read the synopsis on and started on Apple TV, I've actually watched all the way through to the end of the series, and also carried on into the other seasons as well. For example, Ted Lasso, absolutely fantastic season. I think it's on season 3 now, which we're just about to start. Obviously, we've waited till it's finished so we could binge watch it, but other shows to mention, we watched Blackbird, which was very good, Defending Jacob, and also the Jason Segel and Harrison Ford Shrinking. That was really excellent show. All the shows on there seem to be very good quality, and I'm hoping to be able to start some more on there soon. It's a service I want to keep hold of, and I want to check out what they've got coming up, as well as going through some of the other series that I've not got around to yet, sort of like Foundation and Invasion, but they're generally ones that I have to watch on my own because the wife's not interested in sci-fi. And at number 2, might surprise some of you, we have the old guard with Netflix. I do enjoy Netflix. I think over time, since all the other streaming services have appeared, their level of content for some of the older movies, it's dropped significantly. They do now overly rely on, obviously, their exclusive content, which their exclusive content can be good. Stranger Things, for example, absolutely love that show. But I think there's an absolute barrage of subpar content that they actually put out. There's a lot of content that I will start and not bother finishing. The season's been left unwatched of certain shows as well. They just seem to push out more and more and more content. And it's like throwing spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks. I don't think they particularly care too much about the content anymore. They very much try and push out what they can, seeing what works. And quite frankly, there's not a lot of shows now that pop up on Netflix that I'm keen to watch. Most recently, the Schwarzenegger show I do want to check out. I've not got around to it yet, but it is one that's on my list. It's called Fubar. And we have Extraction 2 coming out this weekend as well, which I will try and watch. So I did quite enjoy the first movie. But on the whole, I just think they've let their standards slip a little, and some of the competition is catching up or even exceeding where Netflix is at the moment, which leads me to my number 1. My personal recommended number 1 streaming service is Disney Plus, which many of you probably guessed by now. I think Disney Plus has some great content. They have a lot of the exclusive movies that have been coming out really early to streaming. They have all the adult content as well from their 20th Century Fox library. All the content that was on Hulu in America, it's come to Disney Plus in the UK on their Star channel within the app. Adult content's great. The kids absolutely love it. I don't think there's a day go by that we don't have Mickey Mouse running or some other rubbish. it's got a bit of everything for everyone. Not to mention, I love it because it's got all the Marvel things on there. Recently, they've premiered Quantumania on there, which I've still got to get around to watching that as well. But also the Star Wars content. I love The Mandalorian. I think it's an absolutely great show. Counting down for the days of Ahsoka being released, personally, because I've been going through all the Clone Wars and Rebels shows for Star Wars with my little boy, so we're quite invested in that sort of universe and that timeline as well. So yeah, looking forward to Ahsoka. I think it's a great service. I've had it since day one, and there's no consideration to drop it. Everyone in the family manages to find some kind of content on there that they will watch. I think it has the best overall value of all the services, and as I say, there's not one of the family that can't find something to watch on Disney, whether that be a procedural TV show like 911 or Grey's Anatomy, or it's the science fiction side of things for me with Star Wars into the Marvel universe, or the kids' content with all the Pixar movies, or the Disney old animated movies and shows, and obviously Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, which gets a good airing as well. My number one, Disney Plus, is great for the whole family. As I say, everyone finds something that they want to watch on there.